It is Sunday morning, and well, I didn't just release it. I released it a couple hours ago. The wooden drag chain for the CNC that I made last week, and then I kind of took a couple of days off, which I'm allowed to do. I'm allowed to do that. And then I got into editing the video, and that took me most of what was it, Thursday, I think, or Friday? Today's Sunday, right? I already said it's Sunday. Sunday. Yeah, it was Friday. Most of Friday to get that done. And you might say, well, why is it, okay, you've been making videos, John, for 10 years. And why does it still take you a day to make a video, edit a video? I mean, my God. Well, it's not the editing that takes the time. It's the editing plus the voiceover. Whenever you've got a video, see, the way I normally record videos, project videos, or the way I used to, mostly, was that I would do an operation and then I would stop and I would stand very much like I'm doing right now, and I would describe what I'm doing. And then when I got all those clips together, I could bring it in and edit it all together. And that's really the most efficient way of doing it. But I've since stopped doing that, which is kind of silly. But instead, I'm filming the whole project, and then I'm writing the voiceover. That works out better because you can do a better job with it. You do less repeating of the same thing, but it takes more time. So you write the voiceover after you get the bulk of the video edited, and then you record it. And I'm doing that down my basement, which sounds really good now. So at least I got a place to do that. I had the idea I could do it in the office, but the office is too small. There's too much stuff in there to set up anything for properly recording. Anyway, so I'm babbling, okay? So yeah, it's the voiceover that takes the time. And even for a short video like that, right? That was only around 6 minutes. But it takes time. Anyway, so what I got here is my spindle sander. I was over there, just sitting there on that low shelf that I built over there, and it's not too high as it is, just sitting there, perfect height actually. But I want to build a slide out underneath it, and that will push it up, right? So make it higher. So I wanted to cut 2 inches off the bottom. So I came out here yesterday evening, and I was doing it on a table saw, and cut one side, the bottom side. You can kind of see a little bit there. So I cut that side off, I flipped it over and started cutting the other side. Now before that, I looked at the box and I said, are there any nails or screws in the way? And so I got out the tape and I measured how far the screws, but I only did 3. Stupidly. And this one over here, like the blade went right into it. And this is the blade that I just finished sharpening the other day. All right, so this blade is now ruined. And I can't get the screw out because it's sawed right through the middle of the screw. And the bit won't engage. It just spins around. So I'm going to have to finish this cut with the angle grinder with the zip cut blade. I'll bring it outdoors because it's going to be smoky, but this is just MDF. So it's not going to be difficult to cut. All right. So, yeah. Wow. How things go sometimes, right? So, yeah, I was going to get this cut, put the wings back on the side here. These things right here that fastened it down to the thing. Yeah, I think I'll still put these back on. Yeah, I'll put these back on. And then I can build the platform that slides out. And making that, which is going to have a different type of wooden full extension drawer slide, an improvement on the ones that I used in my toolbox and the large toolbox down here. An improvement on that, I simplified it and made it easier to do. It's going to have that in there, and when I do that, I'll film that, of course, and I'll combine that with the tool elevator. So to the best of my knowledge, that'll be the main channel video for next weekend. The tool elevator and the slide out. And both of those together should be relatively interesting. I made just one of the slides to test it out, and I installed it here in the top drawer in my toolbox, and it's working excellently. And that's what I'm going to use over there. All right. Also coming up, and originally I was going to make a build video for this because I've got too many, I think, clamp build videos on YouTube. But this is, you have to come up with a good looking thumbnail that'll attract people, and you got to come up with a good title. So I was thinking, one clamp to rule them all. Okay, and that's this one here. It looks like my other ones, but it's not the same. It's better. It's better, and I'm going to try to show you. Here's a good example of thumbnail, by the way. This video, I made this, actually. You don't see this in the thumbnail. The original thumbnail had an image of this, but that wasn't flying. Nobody was clicking on that. As soon as I changed the thumbnail of the video from this to what I have now, went through the roof. Views took off like a rocket. It was like flatlining at one point, and then I changed the thumbnail and boom, went up like a rocket. Anyway, so I was gonna show you how the clamp works. Right, you push it over and you tighten it up. Look at that, like a real clamp. Look at that. And then you loosen it, and there's no tapping it or anything. It just moves. Well, it's a little tight. This is the prototype. It just moves where it needs to go. So yeah, one clamp to rule them all. And to get started on it. And this is going to be a build series, by the way. And build series from me are available on the Makers Mob. And you can join the Makers Mob for a limited time for 75% off. There's a link in the description. The other way to see the build series is become a supporter on Patreon at the $5 level, or a supporter on Locals at $5 a month or more. And there are other things that you get when you join Patreon and Locals. My preference would be Locals, but it's up to you, right? You get, like, I post there almost every day, stuff that I'm doing. It was actually stuff that I was posting on Instagram. Basically, I would show project update type things that I'm doing, like little operations that I'm doing. Like, it's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm posting that there in picture form. So it's pictures, maybe once, twice a day. And also, my main channel videos, I'm posting those to Locals. And that's not just for the supporters. That's for all members. Anyway, you go and you join Locals on my page, and the main channel videos are there. And the beauty of that is they're ad-free, right? So if you're a little bit ticked off with the ads that you see on YouTube, you'll find the videos there and you can watch them ad-free. And this is a service I'm doing from the goodness of my heart, because it actually costs me money to upload the videos to there, because my bandwidth here is so low. I'm regular, every month I'm going over my bandwidth. But boo-hoo, right? Poor me. But that's the reality of living in a place where it's kind of a little bit remote. Right? A lot of people take the unlimited internet for granted. I can't afford to do that here. I've got two, by the way. The one is dedicated just for the videos. Anyway, so I'm rambling again. So this video is coming up soonish, and then next weekend it'll be the Tool elevator, as far as I know.
You would fight me?
Why not? Do you think I'm afraid?
I think you've been afraid all your life.
Unlike Maximus the Invincible, who knows no fear.